Alright. This is the next segment for Adventure Time Luke's birthday special, and we are playing some Splatoon matches against each other, specifically on Splatoon 3. So here we go. So Luke and I are on one team, and we're going up against Daniel, who's on a team by himself because, well, we only have 3 people.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
We're running out of lower reach.
Oh, I know what I was, so I was mentioning to Daniel off screen before we started about something serious that had happened in the Nintendo community just recently, and I found out about this on my Twitter earlier. So there is a user named Cypheron48, I think it is, who apparently got hacked.
What?
Yeah, and it was one of those cryptocurrency things too.
Oh, that's not good.
No, but what I don't understand here's the weird thing about this is usually this only happens like with channels that are active and like post a lot of content, but this user, from what I heard, hadn't really posted anything on his channel in a while, so why these people went after that anyway, I honestly have no idea.
I actually have heard of Cypheron48 before. I first heard of that username in someone's Let's Play of Super Mario that they did in the past.
Yeah, well, his brother Odin's Pack made a video explaining, like, everything, explaining what was happening, and, like, he's trying to get the account back, but Google apparently isn't being of any help. But I honestly hope that they can get the channel back.
I hope so too.
And I know Nick made mention of this on his community post. So we'll see what happens. And I already know for a fact that Slim Kirby is aware of this because he made mention of it on his own Twitter. Alright, looks like Luke and I won.
Now, all because of you two being together right here in this map. I couldn't really have much of a chance to beat you two.
Yeah, and apparently someone was trying to call me, but I do not recognize the number.
Yeah, if there's a number that you don't recognize, it's best not to answer it. It's what I usually do.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna change up the stage here. And let's do this one. Alright, here we go into the next match. Now, continuing with what I was saying about that whole hacking situation, now thankfully that hasn't happened with me in all the time I've been on YouTube, but if it were to happen with me at some point. To say that I would be furious would be an understatement.
Yeah, if something like this does happen to you, it would be no fun to go through that at all.
Exactly. And plus, like, what do these, like, people have to gain from hacking people's channels? Like, they don't really have anything to gain except destroying all their hard work. Really.
Yeah, whoever did this, it was just not cool for them to do it.
You know, like I said, it was one of those, cryptocurrency bots or something like that. And I know for a fact that, like, if it happened to you too, Daniel, I know for a fact you probably wouldn't be too happy either.
I know I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But from what I've known in my entire life, I've never been hacked once.
Good. I'm hoping it never happens to you, because nobody should ever have to go through something like that.
And if I ever were to get hacked, oh god, I totally would not be happy.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, it's called this flying blue.
Oh, nice. Now, normally I would say this would be some good training for the next Splatfest that's coming up. The problem, however, is the next Splatfest, it takes place next weekend, the weekend of March 31st, and I am going to be out of town on that weekend.
Oh, that's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm going to be out of town in St. Louis for a hockey tournament. Now, I am going to be taking my Nintendo Switch with me, however, I am not going to be taking my Splatoon game with me, so that means, unfortunately, I am not going to be able to take part in this next Splatfest, but that's okay.
Yeah, even though it's a bit of a shame that you won't be able to compete in the next Splatfest that's coming up, it's alright.
Yeah, from what I remember, I think the team names were Nessie, Bigfoot, and I forget what the third one was, but if I had been able to participate in that Splatfest, I almost said Slatfest, if I'd been able to participate in that Splatfest, I think I probably would have picked Team Nessie.
I think for the third team that you're looking for in the new Splatfest that's coming up, I believe that would be Team Aliens.
Team Alien, okay. Alright, I'm gonna change things up here. And I'm gonna change the teams up and have Daniel pair up with me this time going up against Luke.
Alright, let's do this. That's a good idea.
Yeah, this way, Daniel, this way you'll have a better chance of winning.
I do appreciate that, Bob.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can beat me.
Alright, let's see what happens. lord! Does that person, like, play anything else?
I don't even know.
I mean, if they're at level 180, then they must have a lot of time on their hands. Like, good lord!
Yeah.
That, and plus it's probably the only game they play. Like, for me, I probably would not be able to get that high, mainly because, well, for one, I don't really have the time to play that much, and plus, I play other games besides Splatoon, so...
Yes. And, for one of those people to be at 180 in this kind of game, they must really have a lot of experience with it.
Well, yes, that too. That's another thing. Meaning, if I were to get matched up against that level 180 person that you're talking about, they would probably destroy me.
Yeah, that's what I've been told to go with. From what I do know, in the past Splatoon games, basically on the original Splatoon, the highest level was 50, and when you surpass level 99 in Splatoon 2, you have to go back to level 1, but instead, you actually have a star next to your username when you surpass level 99.
Ah, okay, that was a bit of a closer match, there. 47% for us, 37% for Luke. That was a little bit closer.
Yeah, from what I saw on the map right there, yeah, it did look pretty close.
Alright, I think we'll do, like, a couple more matches here.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. It's a battle time! Alright, this time Daniel and I have purple and Luke has orange.
Actually, what's the, it looks more blue to me.
Oh, blue, okay. Oh, but now that I've gotten the more serious thing out of the way in terms of Nintendo-related stuff, there is something exciting, though, that I think I should share with both of you. From what I have heard, there is a possibility that there could be a remaster. Well, it's just a rumor, of course, but there's a chance that they could release a remastered version of F-Zero GX at some point.
Oh no, that would be amazing!
If that actually happens, I can guarantee you a lot of F-Zero fans are gonna be so excited.
I know, because there hasn't been an F-Zero game in so long.
Yeah, and actually GX, I think was actually the last F-Zero game that they released.
Yeah, specifically on consoles for the GameCube.
Yeah. But if they were to bring that game back in a remastered form, oh, I can guarantee you I would definitely be playing it.
I do have the original F-Zero and F-Zero X on the virtual console, and I do say both of them are good games.
That they are. Like the F-Zero franchise as a whole is a classic. Like, the one on the Super Nintendo was, like, really good.
And F-Zero GX is the only one of the console F-Zero games that I don't have yet, but it would be really nice if I could get it one of these days.
Yeah, well, the original GameCube version would probably go for a lot of money, but, like, on eBay or whatever. So you might be better off just waiting for, like, this supposed remaster.
And I just splattered blue. They got me.
And not only that, from what I've heard, the studio that's supposedly developing this remaster for F-Zero is the same studio that made Mario Strikers Battle League, which is Next Level Games.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep, and we won that one by 0.7%. Now that was probably the closest match we've had so far here.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Alright. I guess we'll do Wahoo World for this last match here. So yeah, this will be the last match for this, and then we'll move on to the next segment.
Alright, that works. Oh, this is a good scheme right here to finish this off with. From what I do know, this game was originally in Splatoon 2.
Ah. Actually, come to think of it, I think you and I actually played this stage in Splatoon 2 right before Splatoon 3 came out.
We might have, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did, but I honestly don't remember right now. It is a good level, though.
Yeah. For this design right here, this stage is so very fantastic.
Oh, also, Luke, Nick the Enlightened says happy birthday to you.
Oh, there. It was definitely very exciting for Nick to recently hit 100 subscribers.
That it was.
I couldn't quite make the jump right there, but I was trying to do right there. That's okay.
Oh, there's a lot of reddish paint on here. Gotta try to fix that.
We're working on that.
Okay. Oh! Luke got us! Wow! well, GG there, Luke. Nice.
Thank you.
Alright, well, I guess on that note, we will move on to the next segment. So, see you, folks.